I feel like there was a period of time in your career, and maybe in the 90s and the early 2000s, where you were synonymous with the sort of Hollywood left or the political left in some respects. Forgive me if you disagree with that perception.
Okay.
And
I've been called worse.
I'm one. I mean, that was inspirational to me to see an actor whose movies that I liked who was speaking up and saying things that I was thinking at the time when I was that age and wasn't surrounded by family members or anything that were talking about stuff like that. I'm curious if at a certain point you took. It seemed like you pulled back from it a little bit and devoted it more to your art and to the theater rather than making public statements or being a very public activist anymore. I wonder if you didn't see the fruits of that labor.
Well, it's not that. I mean, I came out for Bernie in the last election cycle. Caught hell for that. I mean, listen, you got to speak your truth. I don't think I've really stepped back as much as I haven't been given the forum.
Fair enough.
And maybe that's strategic. I don't know. But
about Tim Robbins on this? No.
But one of the things that has been feeding my soul has been the actual work. Actually going into prison, actually creating these programs for kids, because then you see the result. When we're fighting against this behemoth, this how do you change things? It can be very frustrating to live your life when your goal is massive change. And I think what we all have to understand is that we can affect change on a local level. And if everyone did that, we'd have massive change on a national level. And so I just, driving away from those prisons, driving away from those schools after one of our sessions really fills me with such inspiration and hope for the future, because I've seen the result. I see how it can change. And when you're working mostly in concept and abstract, it's very difficult to get satisfaction out of that. I believe it's important to do fundraising, and I believe it's important to support a lot of these organizations that need the support. But I would also recommend finding a way to do something anonymously for the good of somebody that is not serving you, and you don't have a publicist along with you to document it, because that's what really feeds the soul. That's something that can really change your life in a positive way.